I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness 135 pounds on the nose. He's 5 foot 10 inches tall with a reach of 70 inches. It's King Rye. El Nino de Oro.
Ryan Garcia. Fighting out of the blue corner from Barinas, Venezuela, a renowned 3-division champion of the world, El Nino de Oro, Jorge.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. The courage on display here is incredible. Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out.
It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
You'd like to see more jabs. When are we going to see a jab from these 2?
Fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good straight right hand. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
They both go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see. What do we expect to see here in round 2? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. You don't want to trade shots. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. That counter punch caught him clean. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good punch. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
You've got to be courageous when you're getting in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that in? On to the third. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they...
Both men step back for just a moment. A swing and a miss with the left hook. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
Punch, counter punch. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but here we go to the fourth round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. How about that time counter shot? So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
This is a high-octane battle. Trying to land that jab. They have no respect for each other's punching power. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. The straight right just misses. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
That hook is parried away. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally. On to the fifth we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
So much firepower here. Both men step back for just a moment. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Nice counter. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He blocks the jab. The straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. This fight has a real good flow to it. Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Garcia in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different. Let's start the 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch, counter punch. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
He missed with the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter punch. Right now the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
These two were made for each other. No rest for the weary.
How good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills, step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. I promise you, all three. There's the bell to start round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
You'd like to see more jabs. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A perfect counter shot. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
straight right just misses. The straight right just misses. Big shot, and down goes Garcia. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
Talk about Garcia in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be we just saw.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Yes, I like that round. Good round, you feel good? Relax now, don't worry about it.
You done all that work in camp?
Look, will you take him out? He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
You've been coasted for this entire fight, and now you've let him back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be confident. All you can go back out there.
And there's the bell for round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
There's a counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. A perfect counter shot. They both want the knockout. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Focus back and get that jab.
There's the bell to start round 9. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very surprised if he'll come out as fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a...
Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You still want to fight?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. The Venezuelan is rocked. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Big round now, relax. You were thinking, you were smart.
Eagerson, come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get back out there.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end and what was...
And there's the bell for round 10. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward.